I can't get white people to be upset about this and start demanding that they are protected as well. Two men arrested on murder charges in Amanda Blackburn investigation.
And tonight, these two men are under arrest, charged with the murder of Amanda Blackburn. Those two men are 18 and 21 years old. They are accused of killing a pregnant mother and pastor's wife during a burglary at her home. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Fanchon Stinger.
And I'm Bob Donaldson. 2 weeks after the killing that shocked the community, we now know much more about those suspects and the break in the case that led to the arrests.
Fox 59's Lindsay Eaton is live right now downtown with much more. Lindsay?
Yeah, guys, these court documents released earlier today tell us exactly what happened in the hours leading up to, during, and after Amanda Blackburn's murder. These two men are the two police have been looking weeks for. 18-year-old Larry Taylor and 21-year-old Jalen Watson, both arrested and charged with the murder of Amanda Blackburn.
The detectives work tirelessly without sleep, long hours. They put in a lot of time to make sure we bring justice.
Investigators say Taylor and Watson, along with this guy, Deano Gordon, broke into Jacola Searbrook's home on the northwest side.
That was their only convincing measurements to them for him not to take my life, is that I didn't wake up.
The three suspects allegedly took off with her car, a Chrysler Sebring, and then went on to the Blackburns neighborhood, hitting a home 2 doors down from the Blackburns. Court papers reveal the suspects drank beer and wine at the home, leaving behind their DNA. The three went to the Blackburn home because they supposedly, quote, wanted more money.
Absolutely amazing. The murder took place in the course of multiple burglaries.
It started with the initial burglary, and evidence from that burglary led us to the subsequent burglaries and the homicide.
Investigators believe Taylor and Watson got in through an unlocked door. Gordon waited in the stolen Sebring. Watson later took off with Gordon and some of Amanda's debit cards. Then they came back to pick up Taylor. He told them she charged at him and he shot her somewhere in the upper body so he would not be scratched. He went on to say he leaned over her body, shot her in the back of the head, and watched her bleed. Her husband, Davey, came home from the gym to find Amanda in the living room.
I don't know what was in their spirit to cause them, to ask them, to spare my life, and I just hate that time frame that they had that wasn't there for the pastor's wife.
Detectives ended up tracking down that stolen Sebring. Inside, they found ATM receipts and things from other burglaries.
We're all in distress.
Now, when questioned, Taylor told investigators that he possibly rode in a Chrysler Sebring and that he possibly stopped on Sunnyfield Court that day.
This is so sad I can barely speak. Young couple, a pastor and his wife. The pastor's off at the gym. Apparently, they left the door not locked. When he left the home, he didn't lock the door, so they just kind of walked in there, it seems. And he's off at the gym. The wife is just home doing her thing. And these thugs, 3 of them, well, I think 2 went into the home and 1 waited outside somewhere. And they robbed, raped, killed this pregnant woman. And according to all the reports that I've heard so far, this lady was just a nice woman, bothering no one, a pastor's wife, trying to love. The question I want to ask you, would you forgive these thugs for what they've done? And the reason I'm asking that is because the pastor, a young man, and his wife's father, but especially the pastor, is out there saying he forgive these people. I forgive them. And from what I can tell, they have not asked for forgiveness. And he is saying, well, I saw the pastor this morning, as a matter of fact, in a TV report, interview, saying that he forgive them. And he said that as a Christian, we have to forgive every day. We have to constantly remind ourselves every day when we wake up that we have to forgive. And so what he's going to do is from now on, he's going to wake up every day and remind himself to forgive these 3 killers for killing his young wife. And that's what we are called to do as Christians. That is amazing to me. It's amazing to hear him talk about forgiving. Well, the one thing I do want to say about this, as a child of God, as a Christian man or woman, you don't wake up every day reminding yourself to forgive. That's not forgiveness. You don't have to remind yourself of that. And also, you don't offer forgiveness to someone stupid like this. This is evil, what these people have done to this man's family, his unborn child and his wife. This is evil. And you don't offer forgiveness to evil. You punish evil. And I don't understand Christians. Where did this come from that you're so weak in all that you do? Are you misreading the Bible or misinterpreting the Bible? So this pastor is saying, these men, these thugs went in my house, raped, robbed, shot my wife in the head, and killed her with my unborn child still inside of her and my other young child in the bedroom sleeping. He says, through all of this, and although there would be great consequences for his action, he would become truly sorry for what he has done and would even begin to experience the life-transforming power of the grace and mercy of Jesus Christ. My prayer would be that God will be done for these people, because this is evil to the core, to its core. And I want to be praying that Jesus' grace and mercy be upon them. You have to be careful what you pray for. Because suppose that you are a righteous person, and the fervent prayers of a righteous man availeth much. And you pray that God's transforming power of grace and mercy be upon these folks, and they get out of jail. And suppose that's not what they want. Maybe they love their father, the devil, and maybe they want to be a part of their father, the devil. And you ask for this. This is insane. Let God's will be done for these people. And number 3, he says, and I don't know where Christians get that from. Where did that come from? Even in Alabama, when I was just a regular Baptist going to church, I never heard of a mess like this before. My grandparents would say, you know what? If you kill, you're going to be killed. What you put out, going to come back on you. They didn't say, well, I hope God's transforming mercy and grace be upon you through Jesus Christ. That doesn't make sense to me, folks. Number 3, he says that Jesus would give me and our family a heart of forgiveness. Let me first say, my heart goes out to this man and his family, Amanda's family, father and mother. This must be absolutely just almost impossible to deal with. I didn't even know them, and my heart goes out to them. I can feel a sense of sadness for them. But forgiveness, once you repent of your anger, once you repent of your pride, your judgment, and then God forgive you because you have forgiven others, and you are born again of God, you naturally live a life of forgiveness. It becomes that way for you. It's never another thought about hating anyone or anything. And forgiveness is the love of God operating through you. And so when things happen in life that are quote unquote bad, you want the punishment done. You want the criminal to be punished for what they have done. You just don't hate them for it. And you do not have to remind yourself every day when you wake up to forgive. Forgiveness, because you have the nature or the identity of God now operating through you, forgiveness is just a way of life. And yet you can be firm and stern and insist that these people are punished.